Doggo Dig Down is one of the most disappointing games I've ever played. It's a spiritual successor to the often overlooked and now delisted indie game Craftimals Build to the Sun. In Craftimals Build to the Sun, you, and preferably a co-op buddy, are tasked to, well, build to the sun. It's a very hands-off experience. You're given a pile of blocks to place and you climb those blocks bit by bit, essentially building your own platforming level. It's a long, meditative experience where progression is marked by checkpoints, allowing you to carry more blocks, jump higher, or shift block colors. It's quite minimalist and pure in its design. Doggo Dig Down, on the other hand, could only ever aspire to that beautiful minimalism. Unlike its predecessor, it features no cooperative play, but instead houses a harem of other undesired features. You can hold a bajillion more blocks at once. There's now an overbearing tutorial which reminds you to climb upward every few minutes, and there's even a godforsaken objective arrow on screen at all times, just in case you forget where you're going or what you're doing. The gameplay loop is simple and poetic in theory. You grab dirt from below and build up using said dirt, but it lacks weight and character. In Craftimals, when you deleted a block, it didn't return to your inventory. Every block you spent was spent forever, and the only way to get more was to head all the way back down. This added a risk-reward element to every individual block, but in Doggo Dig Down, deleting blocks just places them back in your pack, essentially allowing you to jump upward endlessly and removing any need to grab more dirt. I also take issue with the game's central goal. You're told early that your job is to bury a bone as deep as you can, but, and I know this sounds absurd, that feels needlessly oppressive. To contrast, in Craftimals, you're not building to the sun for any particular reason, you're doing it just to do it. Any storytelling exists completely within the player's mind. It's a vague, distant, abstract reward with a comedically tragic punchline. That's all just plain missing in Doggo Dig Down. Thankfully, after email correspondence with the developer of Doggo Dig Down, he's agreed to re-release Craftimals in a largely unaltered state on Steam. If you want to play a truly transcendent minimalist buildy block platformer, the link is in the description. And thank you so much to the developer for hearing out my passion.